YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Today we are back with some quick fix videos for you guys on Pentair's IntelliFlo. This is their 3 horsepower variable speed pool pump. There are a couple different models that look exactly the same. There's just some software differences, maybe some other features that the pump will offer. So all of these quick fixes will work with all of those, but we're going to dive in and show you guys how to repair some of these parts and pieces. Stay tuned. All right, guys, and we're back. So again, today we've got some quick fix videos for you guys on Pentair's IntelliFlo 3 horsepower variable speed pool pump. Today we are on just the variable speed model. Again, this will work with most of their IntelliFlo models, the 3 horsepowers at least, not anything below that. But there are different features in terms of software abilities and things that the pump can do. So if you guys want to see those models, they're down in the description for you guys, so you guys can get some more information about what's different. Maybe check to see if those are your models to see if these repairs will work for you. For today's video, I want to show you guys how to actually remove the base to the pump. So this base is located right here on the bottom. It's just this back half that actually sits and holds the motor and the drive. The volute on the IntelliFlo actually already comes with its own part of the base. So it has its own front part of the base. Previous models, the old 011, 018s, those models used to have an entire long base that would work across the entire pump, but they have since updated it and basically only gave you a base for the back half. So if for some reason you're running into any issues with the front part of this cracking, the only other option you're going to be able to do is to buy a new volute and swap that out. If this back half is still good for you, and when I say the back half, I'm talking about right here at the middle seam back. If you have any issues with that, then you can actually use this video to help remove them. So the only tool you're going to need is a 7/16 wrench, ratchet, whatever you guys got, socket set, doesn't matter, it just needs to be 7/16. That will remove these small bolts that you're looking for at the bottom of the pump. So you guys can see here, there's one right here, and there's one on the opposing side. So I only have just a regular wrench, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those to show you guys how to actually get this part of the base off. Sometimes in shipping or, just in usage, sun, all kinds of different variables can play into it. It's just plastic, so it can break. It's a heavy duty plastic, so it's not meant to. So unless this thing gets dropped or has any other issues, it shouldn't break. But if for whatever reason it did, this is what you guys are going to want to do to replace it. So you want to focus on the bolts that are smaller. Most of these other bigger bolts are your 9/16. That's what's either holding the actual motor to the volute, to the plate here, or you're talking about the volute screws themselves. So don't mess around with any of the bigger bolts. You're only looking for the 2 smaller ones located on the bottom. So really simple fix on this. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this so you guys can see it. So the good thing about this specific base now is you don't actually have to completely take off these bolts. So as you loosen them, you guys will see that I can actually push the base out. So all it does is it just sits between the actual front part of the volute and the screw itself. So the screw does help everything stay together, but in order to get it off, you don't need to remove the bolts all the way. You just need to loosen them up. So in my experience, I'm able to flip it upside down. Yours, you will not be able to. You'll have to get down and do what you need to do. If you have the pump unionized, you guys can actually take it out, remove it from your equipment and do this. But if you plumb directly in, you're going to have to do all of this at your equipment itself. You won't be able to flip it over, obviously. But I'm just going to go ahead and loosen them so you guys can actually keep them still there. And here is your back half of your base. So again, we have these available for you guys. They're in the links in the description. It's good to make sure you guys swap these out if you do have any cracks or nicks, just because the vibration that's caused from this motor needs a steady base in order to make sure that it operates efficiently for you guys. So if there are issues with your current base, you do need to swap it out. There's no adjustments on this one. It's not a universal base. It is meant specifically for those models that I was talking to you guys about, available in the description. So once you get your new one, really simple. As I said, if you have these screws out, all you're doing is looking to make sure that those washers are faced towards the front so that it helps get a little bit more extra grip on the actual piece. You're going to go ahead and slide it down, make sure that this rests perfect on the bottom of the motor, and then go ahead and tighten the bolts down, and you're going to be able to get that base back on, flip it over, hook it back up, do what you need to do. So just wanted to show you guys those quick fixes. I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to have a whole playlist on tearing this thing apart and rebuilding it for you guys. So until then, I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply, and we'll see you next time.